Okay, thank you very much for joining. So today's session, we're now going to cover our assignment discussion. So we will now introduce our scenario, and we'll now look into the tasks that are covered to achieve the mandatory learning outcomes and the merit and distinction activities. So I just wanted to share a video of Harvard referencing style, which I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with, but it's always good to watch a video which explains in more detail. So let me just show this video.
Studying is not a straight path. It's more like a winding maze to finish university. To see you through, you'll need to study other people's ideas, words, and websites so you can form your own ideas and develop skills to finish your studies and exit the maze. It's easy to think copying and pasting other people's work will help you finish sooner, but in reality, you'll just find yourself at a dead end. If you don't credit your source or present the ideas or words from another as your own, either intentionally or unintentionally, you may be guilty of plagiarism. Referencing helps you avoid plagiarism and is the only path to take to help you exit the maze and truly succeed in your studies. In this video, we'll show you how to properly reference using the Harvard referencing method. This will include the difference between a direct quote and paraphrasing, how to complete an in-text citation for a quote or paraphrase, and how to write your end-of-text reference list. Referencing is a standardized set of rules that you'll use to give credit to your sources. At Swinburne Online, all units, except education and psychology, use the Harvard referencing method. Check the unit details in your online classroom. Let's take a look at how to reference using this method. When referencing, begin with in-text citations. These citations allow your readers to link your key points to where your information was sourced. All sources cited, with the exception of personal communication and references to classical works, need to include an alphabetical reference list, with the full bibliographical details of all sources at the end of your document. If you use the exact words from a source, you're using a direct quote. Only 10% of your overall word count can be in direct quotes, which is why it's so important to learn how to paraphrase. Paraphrasing expresses the same meaning of the quote, but in your own words. Regardless of whether you're using a direct quote or paraphrasing, you must use an in-text citation. Let's take a look at how to do that. When referencing a direct quote, enclose the quote with double quotation marks. When using the Harvard referencing method, the in-text citation should be written immediately after the quote, before the end punctuation mark. You cite a quote using the Harvard referencing method this way. Take note of the punctuation, as this is important. When referencing a paraphrase, you can either begin your sentence with the in-text citation or end with it. Regardless of how you use your in-text citation, you still need to follow the same rules as set out by the Harvard referencing method. Your in-text citations must link to the full entry in the end-of-text reference list at the end of your assessment. A great way to do this is to open a different doc and simply add to your reference list each time you write an in-text citation. Just make sure you reorder them in alphabetical order before you submit. For a book reference, you must include the following information: the author or editor, year of publication, book title, its edition, volume number, place of publication, and publisher. Use the Harvard referencing method to reference this way, taking note of the order of the information and the punctuation used. Before you submit your assignment, don't forget to cross-check all your in-text citations with your reference list. At Swinburne Online, there's lots of help available to see you through the study maze. You can check out the Harvard referencing format for different types of sources in the library Harvard Referencing Guide. You can also find more information about referencing and academic integrity in the student portal. And our student advisor team can also assist you with general queries about research and referencing.
Okay, I hope the video was useful. Or perhaps these are already stuff that you already know.
Yeah, it's definitely had some useful points. I think in the last assignment, again, you said something about consistency with Harvard referencing, which I thought I had done. But again, I probably need to go back and sort of look at it, just sort of maybe I didn't. But yeah, I think one interesting point I've just taken from that is when doing direct quotes, treating it the same as in-text referencing and putting it like straight out. Because usually I would put the quote full stop, Harvard reference, full stop. But it seems like you treat it the same as an in-text reference, where it'd be direct quote, then the Harvard reference, then the full stop. So maybe that was where I'm being inconsistent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad the video was clear. Also, are you familiar to Google Scholar?
A little bit. Isn't this like, it's a sort of like looking up like books and articles and stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't felt like, I can't remember why, because I started using it at the beginning. And I don't know, if I couldn't find like full books or something, or it wasn't allowing me to like look at the full book.
Oh yeah. They always give you the abstract.
Yeah, which was annoying because it's like, well, I need to look at chapter 15 or something. So it's useful in a way, but
some of them have a PDF version, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on
what you find. Yeah. I've been using Internet Archive quite a lot, which has a lot of textbooks and resources on it. And it's like they're the full PDF documents. Sometimes you can download them, and sometimes you just have to have it on the screen and flip through the page. But yeah, Internet Archive is another really good one.
Internet Archive. Okay. Never heard of that one. That's good to know. Yeah. But yeah, Google Scholar is really good because he already gives you like the full reference.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, you just copy that and add it to your reference list.
That's really clever.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to our assignment brief. So we've been given a scenario, and the scenario now says that you're currently working for your local Helix Health Service in the app development team. This team created app that staff will use to access a range of service. So this app already created for HSS apps allows staff to verify the timetable working shift, book extra shift, access the pay slips, access well-being service, access discount, we measure retails, book compulsory training and skills update courses. So task 1, to raise the app profile, the app development team across the health service, Dorothea Bull, the app team manager, has asked you to help promote the visibility of the team by preparing a short report that will be issued to all managers. The report should help manager understand the data they use every day. So in your report, you should include describe categories of data, explain the differences between structured and unstructured data, explain the concept of data type and structures, explain the importance of selecting appropriate and data type or structure for an identified data item. So this has an extension activity to gain a merit. Dorothea wants you to provide additional coverage that assess the importance of data classification. To gain a distinction, Dorothea wants you to provide additional coverage that evaluates the importance of data to the organization. Task number 2, Dorothea was really pleased with the report you created in task 1, and she has asked you to help her with the training they planned for the team. She wants to make sure that the whole app team really does understand how the database are designed. She has asked you to prepare a series of presentation slides that will be used on the training day. So the slides should include an explanation of the difference between flat and relational database, a description of different relationship type, join type, and keys, an explanation of normalization and functional dependencies within the database, and lastly, a description of database administration, including integrity and security control. To achieve a merit, Dorothea wants you to provide additional slides that will now assess the integrity constraints within relational model. Task 3, Dorothy has just given you a new brief and asked you to design relational database that will manage the data in the mobile app. So the app is for the Uniform Distribution Department at Helix Health Service. All staff who have contact with patient are issued free uniform with set criteria, and they will use the app to order items of uniform. So the first uniform issue is made when a staff member joins the service. Staff can request to have individual uniform items replaced after 24 months. Staff have the option to buy additional uniform items. So you must now design fundamental and documentation tools to design a relational database to meet a specific design brief. Apply normalization to the documents provided for 3 normal form. Document a design to meet a design brief. To achieve a merit, Dorothea asked you to identify the opportunities to implement validation and verification to enhance the integrity of the database. To achieve a distinction, Dorothea asked you to evaluate the database design following feedback to demonstrate how database meets the technical requirements of the brief. So we also been given the appendix, uniform allocation criteria, appendix 2, supplier information. Also, you've been given additional information, uniform issue record. So I think here is all the data that you will need for your database. And is there any question on each of the tasks, or are they very clear?
Thanks, Victor. Yeah, no, they're all fairly clear. Set up work with databases a bit already. It's got a bit of previous experience. Plus, there's similar things. Some things. Oh, how to word this? Sort of crossover with some of the other previous units we've done. Like the first one, we were talking about like systems and stuff, and we looked at data, relationship, entity diagrams, and all that sort of stuff. So you know, some of it is sort of fairly familiar. And the layout of it, like, you know, part of it's a presentation, part of it's like guidance documents, part of it's like setting something up. Again, very similar to previous units in the way it's sort of like set out. So no, it's all fairly clear. Thank you, Victor.
Okay, thank you very much for joining, Jenny. And this is everything for today, and have a good rest of the week.
You too, Victor. I'll hopefully have it to you in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Cheers. Take care, Victor. Bye-bye.